Eden.
Are we not doing that?
Sir. Sissy Scorpio. Elizabeth Moore. Angel Beads. And Asparagus. And before we go to Greece, I just want to say every single one of the people behind me were fucking fantastic. And I do not envy the position of Lucy, Fanny and Marie for picking a top from this. So,
Would you want us to do one by one or one by one?
so what?
General consent.
Yeah,
I would
so
like to do...
A general consent.
Lucy, we'll start with you and you just give critiques to everyone that you want to give critiques to.
So right, obviously we've had some incredible people already go out this competition. I think it'd be a real disservice if you didn't get like full critiques. I'm happy to do that in the smoking area in about 15 minutes time, but I'll give you some just now. So, Eden, I thought you were very captivating. I really liked your engagement with us. I've now got some lovely flowers to take home and feed to my cat. Thank you so much. I thought you looked very beautiful, and I know you said that your earring was missing before, but I would have loved to have seen like a little necklace or something. You're giving full Hollywood glamour, and those girls had money, show it. But other than that, I thought I love an act who will come out and do something that's not just a lip sync number. I love lip sync; it's my fucking bread and butter. But if you can bring something else to the table, I'd like to sit at that table. Next up, we have Sir. I literally wrote cool, brilliant, amazing, talented. You're so emotive when you're on stage, and like you can know the words to a song and you can breathe the words to a song, and you fucking did that.
I would, sorry Lucy, cut you off, but I would also like to say you have some of the best facial expressions on the planet.
The only other note I had was just a joy to watch. Sissy, your mixed references were phenomenal. Your song choices were good. I think it's fun to do something that the audience might not know, but if you can fucking give them Celine Dion that they can scream back to you, that's a win in my books. Yeah, I could honestly watch you do an hour of just various like ballad interpretations, and I might book that. Speak to me in August. Elizabeth, it's so hard because you're my like actual baby. I put really solid mix, really solid look. I'm incredibly proud of you. Well done. I'll let these girls do the proper critiques, but I'm incredibly proud of you. Angel, I am a sucker for a hate crime, so I really liked your audience, like sort of participation. I thought you were very engaging. The only note I really have is like the joke was really, really solid, but the actual track, like the actual Charlie words behind it were really, really quiet, and I was struggling to hear it, and I'm next to the speaker, so I think like your dancing and stuff was so good, but I think because the audio on it was a little bit funny, it didn't have the full impact it should have had, because you put a lot of work and effort into that, and I just think that audio quality kind of pulled that back a little bit, but like we're friends, I'll talk to you about it later and I'll show you how to fix it. Very finally, Asparagus, you fucking know I love watching you on stage at all times. The mix is incredibly well produced. Did you do that? That's okay, because when you do drag... Well,
shout out Giza.
This is Giza Gobble. The thing is, like, when you do drag, it's okay to pay for things and get help for things. And like, fucking, I couldn't style a wig. You've seen this, not good. Like, it's one of those things, like, it's not that you knew how to make the mix, you knew the person to go to, and I think that's just as key as doing things yourself. Other than that, your audience engagement is phenomenal. You were brilliant on stage, and it is so refreshing to actually see a trans person advocating trans rights instead of random cis men. So thank you for that. That made me very happy. Anyway, Fanny, go.
Okay, I'm gonna I can barely spell, never mind read, so my notes are a bit more of a doctor's prescription. We're gonna 9 Ritalin, 17 diazepam. First up we have Eden. Hi, how are you? Ooh. I am a fucking sucker for something vintage. I was brought up in the sort of drag renaissance of wearing everything vintage, wearing everything velvet, really into that. The song choice was fantastic, your tone is intoxicating. My only note that I have here, which is underlined, is at the beginning, you did not walk into that with confidence. You walked into that and you were hesitant. You're a funny person and you're a talented person. start with confidence. You deserve the applause from the get-go. There's no need. This is what I say this all the time. Drag is when you are really enjoying yourself, which you did the entire way through, apart from that first bit. And it's like, but we need to lose ourselves in you. That's the whole point of drag, is like, but otherwise, Jesus fucking suffering Christ, you were very good. Moving on to Sir, I had one note, literally slayed. That was, I know I'm a bit biased because it's the House of Simpson, but Sir has never lip synced before tonight. And I'm not trying to slay the competition in any way, but no, we're the judges.
No, you say that, but you came up to me last night like, my children don't get to the top
well,
two.
no, I'll tell you exactly what I said. Actually, Scout, mind your business. What I said last night was I would like Sir and Sissy in the top two so that I can come on and do a tiebreaker and get crowned myself. Because I must those wins. If I want a Lola verse, I can ask. Sir, you were fabulous. I really enjoyed the fact that despite you doing exactly the same, like you took the same amount of clothing off that you did before, but for some bizarre reason it was still fresh. There's a real talent to doing that repetitive amount of repetitive movement, repetitive performance, but you are so watchable. It's bizarre. Your jaw moves in a way that I've only seen Eki's effect. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. My only note would be, watch your feet. Sit down if you need to take those chaps off. Sit down. Girl, we enjoy everything else, so just sit down. Sissy, okay. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. My note for you, I only did one note for Sissy. Great Groundskeeper Fanny impression. It was fabulous. Fantastic. I thought you were fabulous. I thought that mix, I told you previous to this, when I was trying to teach you how to make a mix, we need to breathe. We need to know when we can rest in our laurels in a mix. So a little record scratch, a little something or other, a little radio interference to know when we can breathe to go into the spoken word. That would be fabulous. Otherwise, you know I'm a suffered fucking faggot for a VH1 Divas. Jesus Christ, it was lovely, it was delightful. Moving swiftly on because I don't want to talk about you two too much. Talk to you too much as it is. Elizabeth Moore. Now is that a masterclass in a smooth mix? Did you make that yourself? My note here, the transitions were so smooth, they were like fucking butter. You were the first person to reach out to the crowd as well. You were the first person to start moving inward, which I really appreciated. I always love that. Your look is completely succinct. You're Catholic, so am I. Hail Jesus. You're not Catholic! Moving swiftly on, we have Angel. I'm kidding. I just went to Catholic school. I'm ethnically Jewish. Leave me alone. Moving swiftly on to Angel Beads. Angel Beads, Millie Bobby Brown. God, do I love that homophobe. She is fantastic. There was a technicality to what you do, which I really appreciated, and which is what we had voted on with the wild card. You are so ready when you move. It is such a strength. If you've been dancing on a fucking dance floor, which I know all you faggots have, and you feel yourself and you're like, oh, I'm having a good time, this bitch knows exactly where each digit is. Every fucking ponytail whip, Jesus. It was delightful. It was very delightful. I thought there were magnets inside your costume at one point. That it was like the hair was moving in such a specific way. Precision, that's what I wrote for you and underlined twice. Moving on to the last one. Sorry, I'm talking for so fucking long. Asparagus! I wrote trans icon. Oh wow. Transphobia in the house. The silence is deafening.
The
wow.
old firm have snuck in eventually.
I think one thing that I really enjoy that people bring into drag, what I say is about joy, it's about confidence, it's about lived experience. Your performance there, the idea that we're watching you and this celebration of transness, the celebration of being this boy who loves boys as a trans boy, I love when I can see that. It touched my heart in a very special way. I mean, it touched Anne Spank in another way, but if you've been listening, she screamed "Honey" over the thrones of people. If you can't ken yourself, how can you ken anybody else?
Can I get
an amen? With that said, moving on.
And finally, Marie said, Sandu.
So, starting off with Eden, first of all, I did not know that you could sing, shady bitch. You look absolutely incredible as well, and what I loved was that you came onto the stage and just delivered absolute pure talent. And you were so, obviously at the start I felt obviously you were a little bit nervous, but once you got warmed up you were just so relaxed and it was just an absolute joy to watch. I also really appreciated your little nod to the judges. I always love that. Absolutely gorgeous, well done. So moving on to Sir. Sir, you really fucking impressed me because you were able to be really threatening in 1 minute and then just really fucking camp. And I fucking love that. I also think out of everybody that did spoken word in the numbers tonight, I thought you had your lip sync down the best. 100%. I honestly believed that you were speaking those words yourself. And it was just an absolute joy. It was hilarious, and it was just so tight and precise. I absolutely loved it. Well done. Sissy, what I enjoyed about you was that you immediately just introduced us to the comedy. Immediately, right, the moment you walked on stage, I was laughing, and as well, yeah, you look horrendous. No, but as well, I mean, the content of your number as well, it was absolutely brilliant. I love these numbers that reference people in the scene, and what I love is that you can alter these numbers. So you, like, basically, you've done your research, you know who's here tonight. When you do that number again at another gig, you just basically take a list of the people that are on that, read them to filth, and it will get you the biggest cheer that you can get. It's absolutely brilliant. So I'm just trying to look through my notes. I've literally got like a spreadsheet down here, by the way. I've done like little lines and shit like that.
I always love how in local competitions we like keep it brief and they're like, okay, chapter 1, Genesis. In the beginning, no, sorry.
Honestly, I didn't expect you to I didn't expect to write another dissertation, but here we go. So, as well, yeah, no, I thought you worked the crowd really well as well. I obviously noticed that you walked into the crowd. I really wanted to do that when I went on and I didn't do it. And I was really furious when I saw you do it. How dare you? You're so good. Well done. Right, so moving on to Liz. Your number, I think, was just mix perfection. It was so good. I think you had, the best references.
Yes.
I think you had the best references in your spoken word bits. When you said Harriet Jones, former Prime Minister, you all know I'm here missing Doctor Who tonight, by the way. In fact, actually, Sam has just shown me a screenshot of the next episode, and I literally pissed myself. However, I think honestly, your mixes were just the absolute best. Your mix was also, I think, the most inventive as well. The way that you went from the way that you used the songs to reference yourself. I've not seen anything like that. I do wish that there were more songs that fit with my name as well. So I honestly think you could teach me a lesson. It was honestly fantastic. I was pissing myself the whole way through. Well done. Amazing job. So, hello darling, hello Angel. Angel is actually responsible for taking the best picture of me to ever exist. So, yes, honestly. Yeah, I was naked. So Angel, I think you had probably like the funnest concept, honestly. It was probably the most current concept as well. I absolutely loved your references, but what I also loved was that you had your t-shirt saying they don't build statues of faggots. You brought props into it. You weren't afraid, obviously, like to use all these slurs and everything like that. And I think it's honestly that number. It's a huge, I suppose, testament to the whole movement of reclamation of slurs, which I think is really, really important. You know, like I've got like a lot of my gay besties at work. We call each other fags all the time. Stuff like that. Straight people, they don't really get it. However, I thought that number, it was probably one of my, it was probably the most current number I think out of everybody here tonight, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. The beats, the comedic beats as well, were absolutely brilliant. So, well done. It was amazing. And asparagus. I know, right? Asparagus. So, I feel like your number probably made, again, like Angel, you made a huge statement. And I feel like out of everybody here, I think you probably made the biggest statement tonight. It was probably the most vulnerable number here tonight, and it was beautiful to see. But this is one of the things that I have with you, and I've always had with you, is that whenever you get on stage, you make me feel really comfortable. Yeah. Because I just see you on stage, and I'm like, he's got it. And you just, I'm like going all like tongue-tied now. But whenever you're on stage, I feel comfortable. A fancy. They told me to say it. No, but you make me feel really comfortable because I just know when you're on stage, you've got it, you're in the zone, and you're gonna kill it. It was amazing. Well done.
Give it up for all of your top 6 tonight in the Royal Rumble. Incredible. Okay, so we're gonna take a literally really short, probably 2 songs, so that our judges can determine who is gonna proceed to that final lip sync. We'll be back in